Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Caking with Miss Buttercup. Today I want to tell you or show you guys how I create my special carrot cake with cream cheese frosting and walnuts. That's right. No pecans for me. I don't really care for them. So I want to do walnuts. So stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Okay, everybody, so I have up here meat Everett, which is my good old stand mixer. Just dumped in some sugar and brown sugar and my eggs, and I'm going to beat that on a medium speed. I'm constantly changing the speed so that it can increase a consistency that I'm looking for. So now I'm going to take my time to pour in the oil, and this is vegetable oil. A little bit here and a little bit there as I'm trying to make sure the bowl doesn't slip from out of my hands. So I'm going to turn the speed down and then completely off to add in my half teaspoon of cake batter and half teaspoon of vanilla extract, and turn it back on and beat again. Next, I'm going to get ready to add in half of my flour mixture, and I use self-raising flour. And I'm pouring a little bit at a time because it can definitely get thick. And as you see me there trying to fan away some of the flour that is filling the little space. And just let that be. And I move the camera a little bit closer so you can guys see it looks like the consistency of peanut butter. And it smells so good. Now I'm going to add in, of course, my pound of carrots, which is 2 cups of shredded carrots. And I'm going to add in my raisins that I dusted with a little bit of flour so they don't stick at the end. And there you see the pineapples. Just beat it for a little bit and then turn it completely off. And I'm just going to hand mix the walnuts in. I'm not going to beat it anymore because I don't want everything to float down to the bottom or sink down to the bottom. Struggling to take this pedal off. There are my walnuts, and I'm just going to hand mix this in. Okay, guys, so now it is time for us to put them in the pan. I have 4 grease pans with wax paper at the bottom, grease and flour dusted, and I eyeball pour in my cake batter into the pans because I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of like can eyeball it to make sure that it is the right amount for each little layer. But if you need to, of course, you can use a scale to measure it out. This batter, of course, made 4 8-inch round cake pans. So my cake is going to be 4 layers tall. And there they are, completed and cooled. There are my chopped walnuts and my cream cheese in the back. And here I am stacking. Get ready to stack. My cream cheese frosting was not as smooth or not necessarily smooth, but it wasn't as flowy as I would usually do. But I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, on the thicker side, and not so loose because I didn't want my cake wobbling everywhere. And this cake came out so moist, y'all. It was absolutely the best. And if I could move my arm out of the way. I'm always, of course, flipping them over. They came out so leveled and so perfect. It was just awesome how it came out. And a little bit more of this cream cheese. Again, guys, you can eyeball it to however you, how much you want or how thick you want the cream cheese to be. In between layers, I choose not to put as much because this cake is already nice and dense and sweet. Remember, you put brown sugar, which already contains molasses in it, and then you have a can, of course, of crushed pineapple. So there are 2 different types of sweetness and acidity to the cake. I didn't want as much cream cheese up there. And moving on to the top layer. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. And it's going to be so good. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing my sides or coating my sides. And again, I did not put as much cream cheese up there because I'm going to do something different as far as the walnuts. You know, you typically see them on top of a cake, carrot cake, but I'm actually going to put mine on the sides. So just a dab will do. Now time for my walnuts. And I tried to do from bottom to top, but of course they naturally just fall down to the bottom. So I'll take the bunch and I'll just continue to slide it through around the plate until it's covered the complete bottom of it. And I cannot wait to cut into this cake, y'all, because for one, it smells so good. And it was so like moist and it's so dense, it's so heavy. I just know it's going to be great when I get ready to dive into it. And again, because my cream cheese frosting isn't as liquidy, I was able to move and adjust my layers around. And now I'm going to dump out the extra walnuts into a bowl or something that you can catch it with. There's nothing wrong with the extra walnuts. You can take them and put them back on the top, or you can put them back in the bag as long as they don't have any frosting on them. And voila, there is my finished cake. And it looks a little lopsided, but hey, we're getting ready to dive into it. Who cares? Nice thick slice for myself to eat on for the next 2 days because I don't really eat sweets. I was talking to my mom and I was like, hey, if I make a cake, would you share it with me? And I only sent my mom like one slice. There I am eating the crumbs off the counter, but hey, again. And there's the look. Y'all, this cake was so moist. Like and subscribe for more videos to come. Thank you.